The Legend of Zelda had 3 more amiibo released, which includes Link from Majora's Mask. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. There were 3 of these released. There was this one, there was one for Skyward Sword, and one for Twilight Princess. They were available for pre-order, apparently, but I missed out on all the pre-orders except for these ones. Now, I believe each store, 3 different stores, had exclusive rights to sell these, and I do want to talk at the end of the video, after I unbox and give my review, about how difficult it is to get your hands on Nintendo items right now, not just amiibo figures. Outlining the video, I do have all of the other Zelda amiibo that I think that I have, so this one is kind of released in the same different mindset, or the same mindset of the Link that was the retro Link, pretty much from Legend of Zelda 1. We also have Wind Waker, we have Ocarina of Time, we do have Twilight Princess already from the Super Smash Bros. Series over there, more Wind Waker amiibo and things like that, and Breath of the Wild. So maybe they'll have an amiibo figure for every single Zelda game eventually. Just taking a look at the box packaging here, we do have him holding one of the masks, which was essential within this game. I'm not sure if I like the choice of this mask. This is the Goron mask. It could have been maybe already Fierce Deity Link. For me, that would have been awesome, to have a Fierce Deity Link amiibo figure. I think that would have been a bit neater than this, but this is a nice child's pose of Link. He looks like he's obviously the same child from Ocarina of Time, but the design of this is a little bit more influenced by Majora's Mask, including, of course, the mask. So we do have the cool gold outline in this. On the back, it tells you a little bit about what you can get from this in-game. It does show Fierce Deity Link. You can get his hat, his different costume, his boots, and things like that, and the sword, though, which I think would be really cool. You can also get other rare items by scanning this amiibo figure in. This will work with Wii U and Nintendo Switch, and apparently it'll work on the new Nintendo 3DS with some games as well. So I've got my X-Acto knife. We are just going to open this up, take a look at it, and I'll give you my mini review. Now, just speaking to these in exclusive stores, I'm finding whenever amiibo are released, because in the past amiibo have been really hard to pick up, if they make them exclusive, some people are saying, oh, like, now I know exactly where to get them. That's true. But I don't even know how many copies or if they had any in stock. Because I work, I can't go into stores the day that things are launching and wait in line and things like that. Like, I have a life and I have a job. So I'm not sure how Nintendo would counter this for people that actually do, they have a life, and they have to go out, and they have to do things. They can't just be waiting outside stores in order to get amiibo in. How old am I? That sounds ridiculous anyways, to absolutely have to do that in order to get your hands on things. You can pre-order, but then I have all the alerts set up, and even then, I still completely miss out on some of them, which is really frustrating. This one does look just like a boyish charm to him. He looks really well designed. He reminds me of Peter Pan, obviously. There's so many different things to Peter Pan that Link usually has. But Peter Pan did come first, or did it not? I wonder what the year is. I assume Peter Pan came first for sure. So here we have the Goron mask. I do like it. It looks very simplistic. It's the exact same thing as in the game. On the back, it looks like a smooth curve. I really do like his shield in this game. You can see the detail work on that, so that looks really cool. And you do have the sword sheath underneath there as well. He's got his boots on. You can see a little bit of his green tunic all the way around, which looks neat. I do like the different dressings he has on this with his belt, and I'm not sure what to call the one that's like his arm strap. His haircut looks exactly like I remember it. This is a really well done figure. If you know anyone that's a fan of Majora's Mask or a fan of Link, but I guess essentially Goron's or Majora's Mask, they would really, really like this figure. The base is the same as all the new Zelda amiibo that have been coming out, so at least they're consistent with that, as opposed to the Super Smash Bros. Line. So I do like that with the gold base. The sword just looks like a plain sword. It would have been so much cooler to have this as Fierce Deity Link and have the Fierce Deity sword. I don't know why they didn't do that, because I would have loved to do that. I would have loved to have all the different versions of Link of the different races that he wears the masks for, at least the 3 main races. However, we are getting those Champions amiibo, which will be a whole nother story later on down the road. Alright, so in terms of height of this guy, let's take a look. First of all, we've got inches. It looks like he is just about, or just over 3 inches tall. And in terms of centimeters for most of the world, let me just figure this out. Okay, here we go. So it looks like he is 75 millimeters, almost 8 centimeters or 80 millimeters tall. Now, he is well detailed. He does have that charm to him. I do really like it. I do think a lot of people who are fans of the series will like these. Are these things really worth, 13 or 16 Canadian dollars, 13 US? I'm not sure, but they do have functionality in the game, and they are wonderful collectibles. If you keep them sealed for a while, if you get one at all, usually the value of these things goes way up. So I was fortunate enough to not only get one of these, but I was able to pre-order a second one because my friend, he's out of the country, he's in Europe, and he said if you can get your hands on two. So I did get two of these. I might be willing to trade this, especially if he's able to find it on his own, especially if you have that new Skyward Sword amiibo or the Twilight Princess one, because I haven't been able to get my hands on it. Now, I would give this, just because it's not what I was looking for, probably an A, maybe an A-, or like an 8 out of 10 or something like that. I just really wish it was the Fierce Deity Mask Link. Now, speaking to the exclusivity of all of these amiibo figures, I have to say that I'm personally pretty frustrated. I know the NES Classic Edition, they were supposed to make only 1 million of those, but they ended up making like 2.4 million, and they increased the production because of demand. Right now, if you're looking to buy this guy or the other two, people are charging $50 and up, so you maybe get trades and everything like that. I'm not prepared to pay money for that. I'll trade other amiibo for it, I'll make a trade, but I'm not prepared to spend $50 when it was in stores like $16. That's not the collector in me that's always been around. But I must say, Nintendo, if you are listening anywhere, you need to make these more available, or you need to make sure that you are discussing and kind of commenting on them and say, we know that there's demand, we will restock them. Because right now, the market is crazy, scalpers are going insane, people that were able to pick up more than one like me, some people are turning around and selling them for 3-4 times the cost. It's really hard to prevent this, but Nintendo, I just feel like all of your fans, if they really want something like this, I would really hope that you could produce more of them, and I'm waiting personally probably for the restock, if not making any trades. So let me know your comments and thoughts below on the exclusivity of Amiibo. I kind of think if they're hard enough to get as it is, and then you make it a store exclusive, that to me makes it even harder for me to get my hands on them, and makes me even more frustrated, because yes, I do want to get all of them, I do want to have all of them in my collection and unbox them and use them in Breath of the Wild. However, I can't even find them, and I'm feeling like if someone like me, who's a pretty big Nintendo fan, can't find them, casual fans of the series can't find them as gifts, or can't find them to have in their collection either. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket, follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, and remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming.